That the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. To Madam Basilisk, Sharon Falby, distinguished members of the dais, to the Luncheon and MIP chairwomen, our honored guests, members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and of course, to our new sisters just initiated into Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, we welcome you and thank you for being here with us today. As Sherry said, I was not supposed to be here today. So as Soror Adrian said to me, the Lord must have something for you to say today. Because on my way here, I was ready to participate in our secret ceremonies and our initiation. And my car hit a pothole on 495, and it split the tire in half. It didn't just make the tire go flat. And it's one of them BMW, run flat tires. Well, that tire is dead. It was cut in half and destroyed. And I texted Soror Doxy, and I was like, Dox, I got a problem. I'm on 495, and the car is not in good shape. She got an Uber for me. And Uber came and rescued me and got me here. So good afternoon, and I do hope I have something good to say. To our newest 27 members today. Today is a day you will never forget. You have just entered the world's oldest, first, and most revered Black women's Greek-lettered organization in the world. You have entered a sisterhood founded by Black women in 1908. These women were ahead of their time. You just close your eyes for a moment. Y'all know what we are dealing with in 2016. Imagine 1908. Imagine being a Black woman in 1908. These women were visionaries. They were brave. They were bold. They were intelligent. They were women of faith. But most of all, they had a heart for service. Alpha Kappa Alpha is more than a social organization or even a service organization. Alpha Kappa Alpha was an ideal. It was a heartbeat, a connector to all mankind. Today, Alpha Kappa Alpha is our ideal. It is our heartbeat. It is still our connector in a world that's over-connected and frankly not connected at all. That one will sink in a little bit later. To our new sisters, take this day very seriously. You have a new charge in your life. You have a new duty in your life. It is to be a light, to be a heartbeat, to be a connector to your fellow human beings in service. So we welcome you, and we love you, and we are delighted to have you join us. So I don't do speeches, I do conversations, and I have a few takeaways for you this morning because our time is short. And I want you to leave here with a couple of things that I know will help you. We're going to talk about the code of sisterhood. Now, brothers in the room, I know you're saying, oh no. But I promise you what I have to say today in these 10 nuggets I'm going to share with you real quick, they're going to bless you too. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. And there really is a code to living your life well. There is a way to do this thing called life right. But I'm going to talk about the code of sisterhood. Now, for those of you on social media that like to tweet and Facebook and post, do your thing, share, and use the hashtag. Do you have a hashtag? Or let's do Rho Mu Omega. How about that? All right, that works. All right, you ready? These are good now. that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and you are made in the image of a being that knows everything about you. And I want you to know today that everything you need to win in this life, it's inside of you. You just have to love yourself and like yourself and value yourself. Because let me tell you something. If you don't love and value you, no one else ever will. Know your value and your worth. That is the essence to a happy, well-lived life. That you know who you are and you know whose you are. Number 2, and this one's important. Be authentic. We live in a fake world. We live in a Kardashian Housewives of Atlanta world. That's where we live. It's all about the fake. I got new lips. I got new other parts. It's fake. Fake. There's nothing fake about Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We are authentic women. And I charge you today to be you, to do you. God only made one you. And do I need to remind you of the state of affairs in the United States of America right now, and albeit the world writ large? We need people who show up. We need people who have authentic gifts. We need people who are unique, who come to give us something that we can't buy on a shelf, or we can't get off of social media, that we can't get in a text, God forbid. Be authentic. There's one you. Love you. Know your value, like you. And give the rest of us you. Number 3. Now this one's one of my more nerdy ones, but it works for us in the workplace. This is what I call emotional IQ. You've heard of the term emotional intelligence, right? In order to get along in this life, you gotta get along in this life. You gotta have good emotional IQ. That means you gotta know you and your assets and your strengths and weaknesses, and you have to be able to discern the assets and strengths and weaknesses of others. I call it the 3 F's: fair, flexible, and focused. Y'all know what it means to be fair. It ain't all about you and it ain't all about me. Give people a chance. Try to see it somebody else's way. Be flexible. We live in a world that's constantly moving fast. Nothing stays the same very long anymore. In an instant, it's changed. So you got to be flexible. If you're one of these people that it's your way or the highway, or it's got to be the way you want it, you're not going to succeed. Not in business, not in marriage, not with your family, not with anything. And certainly not in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. You're going to have to learn to be flexible. You're going to have to learn to have your sister's backs. You're going to have to learn some things about fairness and the third one, which is focus. My big pet peeve of the 21st century is that we are not focused at all on anything. We're scattered. We're into this arena, and it's these, I wish I had my phone, it's these devices. I hate the devices. As much as I'm addicted to it like all of you, I don't like it. Because I'm old enough to remember a time when we didn't have no cell phones. We didn't have no computers. And I remember being in high school, and I'm going to date myself, and I remember my dad said they had this new thing with 3-way calling. And that meant I could have 3 of my girlfriends on the phone at one time. And then we didn't have to make emergency breakthroughs anymore. Y'all remember, right? Yes, I'm that old. And so, we lack focus. We're distracted with this and with that. You do know you can live without your phone, right? You do know you do not have to have the phone in the bed with you, right, at night. You do know that you can cut it off at some point after you get home from work. You do know that if you are laying in bed next to each other and texting each other, you got a problem. Alright, now number 4. Alright, we're moving through these. Number 4, this one my grandmother taught me in my second book, The Woman Code. I dedicated it to my paternal grandmother, who's now deceased, and she had a 6th grade education. She was from Ridgeway, South Carolina, a small little town that you can miss if you go across the railroad tracks. And she might not have had all the degrees and all those accolades in life, but she was the wisest woman I know. And she taught me this one, and this one stuck with me. She said, baby, never cut what you can untie. Let me let y'all think about that. Now, another way of saying that is don't burn bridges. In Alpha Kappa Alpha, you're going to have to learn to untie some things. Because your sisters are human beings just like you. And we black women, we are, and this is something I don't like about us, we're real quick to cut you. Tell the truth. We will cut you with our words. We'll cut you with a look. And we'll cut you off. Of course, none of us in here would do such a thing. Thank you very much. But the principle here, listen to me, and fellas, I told you there's stuff in here for you too. Now, y'all are better at this one than we are. You just are. I'm going to give you kudos. It's a woman thing. You wouldn't understand. But what my grandmother was saying to me is this. And again, the world we live in is real good at cutting. We're in a Dixie cup world. We drink our fill, we crumble it up, and we throw it away. That's what we do. But when you untie, sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you got to step back. Sometimes you have to change your perspective about someone or something. Sometimes you got to let it ride for a minute. And then it comes back to you. But when you cut, be clear. It's very hard to put it back together once you've cut it. So cutting should be something we do rarely. Cutting should be something we do only after we've prayed about it, thought about it, and counseled about it, and gone to that person about it. Never cut what you can untie. Number 5. Now, this one was another Nana-ism. Baby, you better know your role. Know my role? What does that mean? You've seen a movie theater. You've been to, I took my mom a few years ago to the Barbra Streisand concert at the Verizon. Now, y'all know those tickets hurt me, right? Those are painful. But the people, Whoopi Goldberg was there. The front row had a bunch of VIPs in it. Now, don't miss this because this is important. The people who sit in the front row of your life, the 5 people you spend the most time with in your life day to day, determine your life. That is a leadership principle. It is as old as time. It's as old as Scripture, which reminds me of a parable I'd like to share about knowing your row. There's a great story in Mark chapter 2. And there's a man who's paralyzed. And he's been laying on a mat his whole life. And the Bible tells us he's got some friends. He got some boys in his row who heard that Jesus was in town. And they must have conspired and got together and said, look, man, we're going to take him up there and take him to see this Jesus dude because we hear that he can heal people. So the word records that they went. Now, don't miss this because these are row friends. These ain't sometimey fair weather friends. They came, they picked up their friend's mat. And the Bible says they went over to Peter's house. Now, I like Peter a lot because I'm like Peter. I like Peter. But anyway, they're at Peter's house. And the word records when they got to Peter's house, there were so many people and so many crowds that they couldn't get in the door. Now, let me tell you what most of your friends would have done. And most of what people would do in this market. They'd have dropped that mat on the ground. They'd have left them and said, man, I got to get home now. I tried to help you, but I got to go. But that's not what they did. The Bible says they walked up the hill. They cut a hole through Peter's roof, and they lowered their friend down to get healing. You better get you some Mark chapter 2 friends in your life. You better know your role. Your Alpha Kappa Alpha sisters are your row. We might not always like each other. We might not always get along. But when push comes to push, my sisters call me up when I got a speech in another state, and I'm going to get paid a lot of money, and it's all good. And they say, Soror Sophia, we need you to do this. I cancel that other speech. I get myself on the road. I survive a flat tire, a gas tire, and I get an Uber, and I get here to do the job. You need friends in your life who answer the call when you call. Number 6, just a few more and we're done, and this one's good. Courageous conversations. We don't have those anymore because we'll text you when we want a divorce. We'll text you when we don't like you no more. And then we'll cut you off and won't even wish you well. Talk before you walk. Talk before you walk. I like being over 40. I don't know about the rest of you in here. Yeah, 20 was nice, and yeah, 30 was nice too. But you know what? There's something about wisdom and aging that gives you some common sense. And you learn, and young people, I'm talking to you in here. I'm doing it backhanded and sneaky, but I'm talking to you. I'm telling you that you gotta be willing to have that talk. You gotta love me enough. I do not want, my former regional director, Linda Gilliam, used to say, yes men will lead you to the water and let you drown. I love that so much. That's in the woman code. Because what she's saying is, don't get people in your life who stamp your stupidity. Who don't check you before you wreck you. Get some people in your life who will pull you aside and say, man, don't do that. You got a good family. Amen. Girl, you better stop talking to your man like that. You can do better than that. Oh, I was in the club the other night and I saw you in the club too. And I didn't like what I saw. Courageous conversations are when we love enough Alpha Kappa Alpha women in this room to pull our sister aside and say, that wasn't good. We can do better. We don't cut off. We talk. Have courageous conversations. Get off the text. You're really wrong if you send somebody a text and ask them for a divorce. You're really wrong if you send somebody a text and tell them they're fired. You're really wrong if your friend of 25 years who is there with you through breast cancer and your kids and everything else makes you mad one day and you cut her off on a text. Shame on you. Talk before you walk. Number 7. And we got 3 more, we're done. I like number 7 because this one can ruin chapters and ruin organizations. Number 7 is simple. Don't gossip. Gossip is probably the nastiest thing I think that ever was invented. It's nasty. I never forget being a teenager in vacation Bible school when I was young, growing up in South Jersey. Exit 3. And we go by exits. And Adrian, what exit you from? You did Turnpike. Okay. All right. So this one is important because gossip is just ugly. And I never forget that summer, the pastor, you remember, again, I'm dating myself, you remember those big fans that they used to have that you had to roll in? You remember when they were tall? Because they didn't have central air yet. Or at least they didn't in the church I attended. And Tim rolls this thing in, and he has a board and some tar, and he's got a pillow. And we've all thought by this point that he's lost his mind, and we don't understand what he's doing, and he proceeds to not say a word, and he takes the fan, he turns it on, he cuts the pillow open, and the feathers fly on the board that's got the tar pitch, and they stick. And then he proceeds to try to pull them off, but he can't. And then he says, that's gossip. That's what gossip does. You gut somebody. It spreads all over, and then it sticks. I don't know about you, but I've been the victim of gossip. Unkind talk, untrue talk that can impact your career, your relationships, your friendships. Don't gossip. say about your sister, say it to her. Don't tell 10 of your friends not to like her because you don't. Woman up, practice what the word says in Matthew, and go to the person you have aught with first. And another thing, you're going to block your blessings if you listen to some, as my nana would say, a dog that'll bring you a bone is going to carry you one away. She was from the country, y'all, so she knows. And what I'm saying to you, listen to me, is that you will block your blessings if you listen to what somebody else says about somebody you don't yet know. I wouldn't have the best friend I have to this day had I listened to some gossip. You have to be careful not to receive it and not to give it out. Okay, enough about gossip. Number 8, this one's easy. Love, laughter, loyalty. Look, sometimes we're just too serious. Everybody in this room can benefit from this one. We all need love. Again, sisters, I'm going to go in on us for a minute. We can be tough. We can be strong because that's all we've ever known to be. But we're still women. We're still these gentle beings that need a hug, that need love, that need to be loved, to give love. We need to laugh. And God knows we need to be loyal. Loyalty is what we practice in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Again, she calls, I answer. We help each other. That's what we do. Number 9. I hope y'all are getting me. Number 9. This one comes directly from the great lady Janetta Beshcole herself when she was president of Spelman College. And there you go, we got some Spelman women in the room. And she said this phrase once that I'll never forget. I was in high school watching her at a commencement. C-SPAN had just come out. And again, dating myself. Lift other women as you climb, is what she said. Lift other women as you climb. Every woman and man in this room stands on the backs and on the shoulders of people that came before you. And it is your obligation, Miss CEO, it is your obligation, Mr. Senior VP, to lift some other people. It is your obligation to be a mentor and a sponsor, to open the doors for other people as they've been opened. It ain't all about you. You must lift as you climb, because you know what I know to be true? Because I've lived a little life now, you're going to come back down. And the people who survive the downward walk are the people who were kind on the walk up. The people who took care of people, the people who looked out for people, the people who lifted other people are the ones that when they get the pink slip, because we all gonna get the pink slip, the ultimate pink slip at some point, right? But if you've been good to people, if you've been kind, if you've opened doors, maybe the young woman you helped when she was 25 and you were 45, when you're 65, when you're way out and she's 45, she makes sure that your package is real sweet, extra sweet. She makes sure that not only do you get a good package, but you get a consultant gig with the company on the way because she knows you're raising your grandchildren. You got to remember it's about how you treat people. You got to lift other women and men as you climb. Finally, and this one is just the coup de grace. You must be resilient. Because to the young ladies in the room and the young men in the room, keep living. Keep living. Life's going to throw some things at you. Life's a storm. One minute you're basking in the sunlight. The next moment you're crashing on the shores. That's not mine. That's from the Count of Monte Cristo. But I'm a writer. Be resilient. Never give up, never give out, and never give in. The Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Sisterhood is about brave women long ago in 1908 again, when it was hard to be a woman. It was real hard to be a black woman. There is a difference, by the way. that's another talk for another day. I won't go on that tangent. I've been in a mood about this whole election and everything. Somebody, can I get a witness? These keys that I've given you, these 10 keys, are all common sense. They're things you already know. And if you didn't, I'm glad that I was able to maybe help you think about something different, but they're common sense. I didn't break any ground, no new news. I'm just reminding you of your value and who you are and how you ought to treat people and what matters, because at the end of the day, we will all perish. We're all moving on to something else. And whatever time we get here is short. So I charge you today as you leave, new Alpha, Kappa Alpha, Incorporated sorority sisters. I charge you to live a life of self-worth and value. I charge you to live a life of respect and honor, a life of service and compassion, a life of love, laughter, and loyalty. Thank you so very much.